bunch of crackpots out here making stuff up. Like, there have been some reputable people who have seen very similar things, and here they are all collected in one space. So that inspired more people to, namely the scientific community, to get involved.
Yeah.
And it happened. And about a 10-year period, there were 4 different expeditions from Oxford, Cambridge, University of Birmingham, and the BBC that all went out there and did their own expeditions and investigations with sonar, which was a newer technology at the time that allows you to use sound to search underwater for something. And it basically was a little bit better than someone sitting in their lawn chair with binoculars for hours on end.
Which is what people were mostly doing, I guess, in that first wave in the early 30s.
They used what they had.
Right. But then, so Constance White's book also kind of gave rise to a second wave of Loch Ness hunters. Inspired a lot of people. There was the Loch Ness Investigation Bureau, which set up shop on the shore of the loch and kept watch and led investigations and expeditions for like a decade. I think from 62 to 72.
Not
and
bad.
No, that's not bad. It's pretty. Spending 10 years looking for the Loch Ness Monster, I think you've established your bona fides, you know. And then Tim Dinsdale was a aeronautical engineer, and he became kind of a famous Loch Ness hunter because after reading More Than a Legend, that Constance White book, he was inspired to go hunt for the Loch Ness Monster. And on his first time out, he caught something very weird moving away from him on the loch on film. Have you seen it?
Yeah, I've looked at all this stuff.
What do you think?
I think some of it looks very interesting.
The Dinsdale film in particular looks pretty interesting to me too.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go out. Well, let's just I'll save my judgment.
Save it.
But like I said, over the years, as technology got better, they started using this technology. In the 1970s, there was a series of expeditions sponsored by Academy of Applied Science out of Boston. And they were the first people to combine sonar, because they were already using that.
Right.
But sonar and underwater photography under the leadership of a guy named Robert Rines, who was, I love this description, a lawyer trained in physics.
Right.
And they were using side-scan sonar, which we've talked about before a couple of times over the years.
Have we?
Yeah, maybe
in our
like
tabloids episode?
treasure hunting or something. Or,
okay.
Or Barbie. I don't remember.
Right.
One of those. But here's the idea there is you combine the side-scan sonar with, and time it along with your underwater photography. And if you get a picture snapped at the same time, you get let's call it a ding. I don't know what sound it makes, but I assume a side-scan sonar dings if something swims by.
Well, no, side-scan sonar, so it sends out a ping or whatever, but it gets echoes back from all the different stuff that it bounces off of at different rates, and it creates basically like a picture of the floor of the lake.
Yeah, well, I just meant a ding to alert you. I was just.
Oh, I got you. I see. Like a typewriter, right? Or a microwave?
Yeah, but the point is, if you have those two things that, like, hey, we got a real picture and then a side scan sonar picture at the same time, then it has a little bit more credibility all of a sudden.
Yeah, and it really did. They hit something on, I think in June 1975, or sometime in 1975, they had the system going, and at the same time that the sonar was showing at least one